We are today here with Mr. Lucian. He's a very open and kind soul, I would say. I had the pleasure to connect with him through the Facebook. And I say it's very open and kind because I don't know him much. I will get the chance to know him with you here in this recording. But he was open because he accepted my invitation to do this interview and share with us his experience. He's one of the people that was wise enough to choose something greater for his life. Which was choosing to have the healthiest water in the world. That's in my belief, that's in my opinion. And I believe everyone who had the chance and opportunity to test the water is having the same opinion. Now, enough of introduction. I will pass it to Lucian to tell us his experience. How did he go to know about the ionizer? How did he perceive the idea of the opportunity and everything that has to offer? Lucian?
Hi, Monica. Nice to meet you. Thank you for your introduction. True. I choose to do the best for me, for my family. And yes, I choose Enagic because it is the best company in the world. And to me, the Japanese culture is completely different, and I was all the time impressed about the findings, right? Because developing this therapy with Kangen water has a source 50 years ago, as far as I know. The company is long enough in order to develop step by step this concept of doing the therapy with water, but not any kind of water, but ionized, enriched with hydrogen gas, which is fantastic. And for those who doesn't know what is the benefit of ingesting, okay, including in the water, this molecule of the hydrogen gas. This is fantastic benefit. It's rejuvenation the body cells.
It's I can be the proven to that.
So you big burst of energy all the time. And studies, clinical studies, researches show that once you do this on a daily basis as a routine, then you'll see the benefits year by year. You'll delay the aging, right? So this is something which is fantastic because actually, even though people do not know that much, our task is to contribute in order to make people aware about the benefits of ionized liquids with hydrogen. Then the fact that it is alkalinized, the alkalinization of the water, what I know, what I've heard, what I've learned, it helps the body to stay healthy, right? So our life is plenty of acidic everywhere, coming from the, I don't know, the stress, coming from the environment, coming all these noxies, coming from the fuel, coming from the smokes, everything, including also the food, right? The food in general, except the fresh vegetables and the fruits. Then whenever we eat meat, we go acidic. Whenever we eat acidophilic, I mean like dairies, then we go acidic, depending on the quantities we ingest, right? Then we have to create a balance. And this is the point. Once you are aware of the benefits of eating fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, and just a little bit part of this acidic food, then you'll go much healthier in your life, right? Then just add hydration, but the right water, which is Kangen water.
I would
This
like
is
to highlight something that you said there, Lucian. So the people that they would watch this recording, whenever they would rewatch it, to settle that information even deeper. I like the fact that you said that the company has 50 years old, or like close to 50 years. And that kind of gives us the feeling and the impression that it's a sustainable company. It's something that lasted for a very long time. Yeah, so it's not something that just popped up over the night. It's just a name. Today is, tomorrow it's not. It's being ready for almost 50 years on the market, and that kind of gives us trust. That it's a reliable company. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been lasted for that long. Another thing that I would like to highlight with regards to what you said was exposing the reality which we are facing. Yeah. And that's something that I always highlight in the introduction I have with the people as well. As you said, we live in a polluted environment. Regardless of which part of the world we are living, there's a degree of pollution which we can't, as individual, we cannot control that. Also, when it comes to the food that we eat, regardless of what we eat, everything, pretty much everything is acidic, unless we, I don't know, live at the countryside, we plant our fresh foods and vegetables and we eat them directly from the ground. Maybe then we have a slightly chance to have a bit less pollution, but there's still gonna be a degree of pollution. And I would add on what you said, and you said like usually meat and dairy products, they're highly acidic. What I've discovered 7 years and a half ago now, it's been since I've took a path of mostly vegan base. And I thought if I would eat mostly fruits and vegetables, it's gonna be more healthier. What I didn't know was, once I didn't took into consideration the pesticides and all that are sprayed everywhere. But the second thing which I wasn't aware of was the fact that even the fruits and vegetables, regardless if by their nature are supposed to be antioxidant and alkaline, by the time they come for you to eat them, by the time they took them from the source, transported to, I don't know, whatever store or whatever market, by the time it reaches for you to eat them, they already lost their properties, the main properties, which is antioxidants and alkalinity, because by the movement and everything else, they lose that property.
not only this, but also the fast growing process.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because we speak about business, okay? In growing the vegetables to be merchandised, then you speak about business. And in business, you have to deliver on time, right? You have to collect the vegetables in due time. In order to make them growing up fast, you have to push something in the roots.
And
And
I guess it's mass production as well. It adds to what you're saying as well.
right, and we don't have the possibility in our daily life to buy fresh products from the countryside, but we have all time to choose the best out of the shell, which is rarely quite complicated. So you never know what's in.
Yeah. You never know what you're eating. That's what I
But
said. Like
we can do the people.
as much as you would like to control, it's almost impossible to have a certainty with regards to what you put inside your body.
Right.
And
So,
I also found it very, very, very easy. I don't know how it was for you, but I initially, when I started this part of veganism and stuff like that, I was doing a lot of effort in terms of making juices, drinking warm water with lemon in the morning, and all that. Not so pleasant things. But now I don't think of anything else. I allow myself to eat sometimes things which maybe they're not as healthy because I know I flushed them out and the water would clean it out. Tell me how it was for you. You told us and you give us a perspective of why we should consider having this as an alternative for us, how important it is to balance because we can't control everything and it's almost impossible to have a healthy lifestyle being surrounded by the pollution and the alimentation, which is not as it's supposed to be many years ago. So tell me what brought you to take in consideration something like that? Was it a medical condition that you or any of your family member had? Or how did you get connected with the information in the first place? What was your thought process with regards to that? And how long did it took you until you decided, I want this for my family?
right. Um, how it was. Actually, my brother brought this ionizer in the kitchen, and I said, "Oh my God, this is quite expensive device. So, what did you do?" And he explained to me, actually, we what exactly can create from the tap water this specific device. And I said, "Okay, fine, but I need some more researches because actually I can believe you because you are my brother, but still you are not a researcher, right? And whatever you tell me, and I need to believe you." Then I started to look around to find some clinical researches, and I've learned about the ionized hydrogen ionized water, that it gets a lot of benefits to the body. It's fantastic because actually when you drink a reduced water, then enriched with hydrogen gas, then what's going on? Actually, the hydration of that specific liquid, in our case, is Kangen water, is 10 times higher than any other liquid, right? Why? Because the molecules of the smallest molecule in the world, which is the hydrogen molecule, then pushes the cell of the body in order to penetrate the cell, the tissue, right? And the water, it goes together with this penetration of the gas, which means that, and anytime we can prove it also, I can explain this when I put inside a glass of water a few tomatoes. When you put them there, nobody expects that the Kangen water of 9.5 or 11.5 could penetrate the outer of the tomato, right? You don't believe this.
And
If
you
you put
still
it
kind of
in a
see
tap
it.
water, right? You cannot see it, but still, I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure because we tested. We have a measurement device which could gives you information about the power of reducing of the oxygen inside the liquid. and increasing the antioxidation power, which is the ORP meter. This oxygen reduced power meter, it's a small device, and if the negative value inside, the less negative value inside, the highest antioxidation is, which means that that body or that vegetable could bring only benefits, right? Antioxidation.
Let's make it even simple for the people that they would ever watch this video again, because I personally tell you, before getting to know about all this information, for me, I had no clue what's oxidation and what's antioxidants. Even though in 2011, I think I heard for the first time the idea of antioxidants. Even then, I was like, yeah, antioxidants. And when I met with Enagic and Kangen Water and I heard about antioxidants again, I was like, yeah, antioxidants, whatever. Like, I didn't give much importance. To make it even simple for the people that they would watch, that they don't have our knowledge now, because we've read so much and we study so much and we did so much research on the field, and we have a better understanding of how it works. To make it simple for them, so let's say even the water that we drink, not this water, because this water is the good water. Let's say usually the water that we drink, which doesn't come from this ionizer, that it's tap water or a bottled water, and that water, it's oxidative, right? So what that means, it's actually aging our body, as you said earlier, it's aging our body faster. So everything which is higher in oxidation, it's aging the body faster. Is it the food that we eat, or is it the liquids that we eat? It's speeding up our aging process or deterioration of the cells and the tissues and the body itself. So when we say the antioxidants, it's actually slowing down, as you said at the beginning, and rejuvenating and maintaining, or even reversing the aging process, I would say, because I did have the experience where my body was really oxidative. I didn't really have any idea that my body was oxidative in that moment. And I could actually see, as you mentioned, like you see the results and the effects year after year. It's not just you experience some kind of results when you start drinking and then you don't experience any results afterwards. Like you continue experiencing results, and that was in my case. So what Lucian was saying, that these antioxidants is actually slowing down the aging process and makes us feel energized and look younger, and continue with that.
True, this is one side, and the other side of what I discovered after reading and learning about these clinical researches, I discovered that it could help your immune system, right? It could improve it. It could increase
or strengthen it,
which means that, and for me, right? Because actually, I was really impressed to read that it is possible to get rid of an allergy, which for me it was like 20 years more, a big nightmare, right? And I don't want to detail here, because the patients which could suffer, or they suffer about this allergy and urticaria to anything, right? If you drink a glass of Coca-Cola, then you can, the histamine in your body, they go randomly, and sometimes they see this liquid like very dangerous, and then they explode in your body, right? Then when I started to drink on a regular basis, but in a correct way, the Kangen water, disappear this illness to me. And for me, this is fantastic.
So you had some kind of allergies before you started drinking the ionized alkalized water?
Therapies, a lot of desensitization treatments.
How long did you had this allergy for?
20 years plus.
20 years plus.
Years plus. And it was not so nice. And now
I know
I'm
you said that you don't want to get into details, but would you be willing to share a bit more in depth this situation that you experienced? Because it's possible that people that they would watch this video, they might have some kind of allergies of themselves, and would help them to understand better how it works. So tell us more of what was the allergy exactly, what was the treatment that you follow, and after how long after you started drinking the water have you noticed an impactful result?
right. Imagine that your body, when you have this kind of high risk, low immunity, because it's like something is burning in your body all the time. When you drink milk, for instance, then immediately the body reacts. If you drink a Coke, then your body reacts. If you eat something which is based on gluten, your body reacts, which means that actually on a daily basis, sometimes you have to do very selective in your food, in your drinks, okay? Which is not easy, yeah, because sometimes that you have to eat nothing or to drink nothing except water.
Especially you are a bit limited. Maybe when you are at your own home, you can control and be mindful about this situation. But let's say if you have some meetings at the restaurant with some clients of yours or anything like that, or maybe you are traveling either for holidays or for work related, what do you do then?
Right. And then in the 20 years which I was under this illness, say, affection, then I went to allergology clinics, and I started to do desensitization, meaning that it's a scheme which the physician gives to you with different kind of antihistaminic pills, right? And you have to follow. You have to follow for a long time. It's not like 2-3 days. You have to do it for 30 days or 60 days, depending on the disease. Then, after 20 years, I've got in contact with this miraculous device, and I've learned that once you drink Kangen water, 9.5 pH, ionized with hydrogen, the fact that the hydration is 10 times better than any other drink liquids, then it could be, right? It could be possible that your system, immune system, to be improved dramatically, okay? And it worked. For me, in less than 30 days,
Wow.
I got rid of any antihistaminic pills, it was fantastic, yeah? Already for 2 years, I don't know anything about the Claritin or Xizal or Synforal or Medrol. All these antihistaminic disappeared from my
you were under treatment for that long, for 20 years, or the treatment?
like, yeah, and in the last period of time, it was a little bit accelerated with the process, because the
so
body,
with the aging, let's say any condition that you would have, you'll feel it stronger, and you'll have to increase your dose of medication, whatever you are in that moment.
One treatment which I did, but now I'm very happy to share that no one feel probably for 2 years, no coldness, no nothing. It's nothing. Okay, probably it worked to me. Probably it worked to me. I don't say it worked to anyone, but to me it was. I feel much younger. I feel much more energetic. I do sport. I eat less. I eat consciously. I do consciously. Um, I do a lot of movements. I mean moves, right? I'm jogging. I'm walking a lot. I have a lot of inspiration on a daily basis. I'm very present everywhere I go. Present. I'm with the people, okay? I'm not absent. I'm with the people. And I'm in the middle of the people all the time. I smile more and I enjoy
The
life.
fact that I like the fact that you mention all these things, because we don't realize how precious they are until we actually experience how it feels to have. I do remember. Usually people are saying, oh, it's normal to feel tired, it's the age, oh, it's normal to feel this way because whatever. But what if it's not normal? What if there was something else which was better for us? um, Amazing. So I would like to repeat once again, tell us once again, what was all the experience that you had as a result of the water? So after 30 days, you got rid of your allergies, which you had it for 20 years. Yeah. 2 years, you are without any pills, even though you were under pills for 20 years. So 2 years since you started drinking this water, you are kind of pills free.
True.
Yeah. How was your lifestyle before? You told us that now you are more active, you do more sports, you're more present, you have more inspiration. That means you have more clarity into your thinking. You smile more. And I like the fact that you said smile more, because I would maybe show you some pictures of me before and after starting to drink the water. And what people observed in my appearance was that I am kind of send this feeling of much happiest. And if you think about it, like my problem or my situation or what I was looking solution for was the fact that I was feeling tired and exhausted at all time. And obviously when you feel tired and exhausted in your body, obviously your mood, it's not going to be as vital, as energized, as happy, and obviously you'll be kind of constructed in that regards. And the fact that you said I smile more, it brought me back to my story and what I've experienced. So give us a quick reference once again. How was your lifestyle before starting to drink the ionized alkalized water, and how is your lifestyle now? What changed in regards to your personal life and in regards to your professional life?
So it's nice to make this comparison because all the time when I do it to my intimate beloveds. But if I speak to anyone which doesn't know me very well, then probably cannot believe that my life really has been changed a lot after starting this program. Um, Actually, in the past, I remember this tiredness process was all the time present in my body. Why I'm saying this? Over the night, I couldn't sleep very well. I was awake maybe 2, 3 times in the night for 1, 2 hours. And next day, during the working program, you are keen to go back home at 5 o'clock in the evening, and in order to rest and to take off your shoes and your dress and then to sit and to stay in bed for a while. This is not normal, right? Not normal because actually um, But why? Because the process of inflammatory process in your body gives and indulges this weak empowerment. And when you drink water, you sleep much better. When you drink Kangen water, you sleep fantastic well. Why? Because if you drink it correctly, then the melatonin, it is released in your body, in your brain. Then after 10 o'clock in the evening, all the time, I remember I tried to sleep as early as possible. But in the past, because of a lot of reactions in the body, I was a little bit nervous. I was a little bit keen to go out from the people I know and to live a little bit alone, which is not good, right? But this is something which I experienced with other people, which they have this kind of allergy of this. Then in the past, I remember I couldn't control my body weight, right?
Now you are very fit. As much as I can see on the camera, you look very fit and healthy.
Imagine I don't do miracles. I don't do miracles. I just drink Kangen water in a correct way. I eat consciously, and this is it. And then you make some sports. This is fine, but not a lot. Okay, I'm not a bodybuilder. I'm not a gym master. But again, coming back, I remember don't controlling your body weight. This is not good, because the consequence is not that you look fat or rounded or however. You look a little bit younger because you know that the skin is a little bit more, but this is not the point. The point is that the body weight comes with a lot of disadvantages. Okay. For instance, I'll give you an example. What I experienced before toxins, they were never released entirely, completely. The free radicals, I cannot say that I control this, but I felt that the free radicals, when they stay in your body, you are continuously tired. Yeah. So tiredness, it's something which we should avoid. We need to rest. The body needs to rest. Otherwise, the toxin, they will stay in your body. The free radicals, they will stay in your body. Yeah. So actually, all the core organs, the vital organs, they suffer. They are loaded. Okay, which is not good. You have to release all that. It's like how to say? It's like a filtration. So you have to filtrate the liver or the bladder or the heart or brain. You have to filtrate. Who or what can transport these free radicals and the toxins? Only the water from your lymphatic system. Okay, you put your lymphatic system in movement, and then they will be released. Okay, so drink as much as possible water, and if it is Kangen water, it's fantastic. But drink water. Okay.
Yeah. I like the fact that you mentioned correct way of drinking the water, because we do have people that maybe they do have the ionizer and they come back and say like, why don't I have the results that you have? Well,
Okay.
how much water did you drink?
Actually, it's not a magical formula. Okay, it's very easy. There is table everywhere. You can find on internet. If you don't know where to find it, go in internet, and Google will tell you. how much water you have to drink per
Based on
your
your weight.
right? So it's very normally one person like me, which is weighing between 80 and 95 for kg, then I should drink not less than 2.5 liters in a day. Okay, according to the physicians, it is like 2.5 liters in a day. It's easy, yeah, because when you drink this Kangen water, especially the 9.5 pH, what happens? The hydration, which is activated because of the hydrogen ionizer, then it's much, much better. So while you drink the water, you don't feel plenty in your stomach, right? So you drink, I drink, for instance, correctly is to drink 2-3 glasses of 9.5 pH in the morning, but on empty stomach. Okay, so after you go to eat, then you have 1 hour before you have to drink water. So if you do this on a daily basis every single morning, then you have the breakfast, and then you have another one Kangen glass of water at 11 o'clock, and another one glass after 2 hours, and so on. Over the day, when you finish 2.5 or 3 liters in a day, depending if it is summer, then you go with much more water to drink because our body should take it out.
Release more through transpiration and everything else.
Then actually, I must say that this is the correct way of drinking water. Then, when you mix the food and drinking water, this is not advisable. Why? Because actually, the physician they tell you that when you drink, you need the food to be completely absorbed by the acidic of the stomach. Don't alter in any way the acidity of your stomach with different liquids. Yeah, so the acidity should do its job. Okay, in order to make the food to be absorbed properly. Then after half an hour, you can drink water, but don't mix it. Okay, this is an advice which we took it also from our childhood, right?
True. They say do not drink water when you eat. Drink before and after, but not during the meal.
Yeah, when I've been in the countryside, in the summer days, even they in the countryside, they knew and advised us don't mix the water. Yeah. Okay, for any reasons. Actually, the scientific reason is that we have to leave the acidity of the stomach to do its job. This is the point. It's not a magic formula.
Now I want to go back to your story because we started from there and then we deviated into more technical and more specific scientific research. You started to say what was your lifestyle before and what changed as a result of you drinking the water, and you started to say by the fact that you weren't sleeping well or you find it difficult to fall asleep, you didn't have that much energy, you weren't very active, you were separating yourself from other people that you knew. What else was there that you experiencing before, and then how it was after?
Yes, I remember very well that the stress is high in general. The life comes with a lot of stress, especially for those people that are living in urban. Okay, and Bucharest gives you a lot of stressful life for various
Especially
reasons.
traffic, one is one of them.
Yeah, but imagine pollution, and imagine, and also the traffic. Imagine driving for 1 hour away. If there are two ways, 2 hours, right? 2 ways, I mean, way and back home, right? For 2 hours. Imagine that the stress of being careful with the participants in the traffic all the time, it gives you a lot of tension, okay?
And anxiety,
True?
I would say as well, which again, anxiety is a negative emotion, which adds to the stress level, which adds to the acidity.
Right. And then because of the lack of the time, you all the time you are under pressure to eat fast food, right? You need to eat something, but to eat something is not prepared by your mother or your wife. It's something like, oh, you go to the corner street of the corner and then grab something and then you'll be back, which means for you, you really need, because in general the Latin population they pay a lot of attention that after you have the lunch, you need some rest, right? It's not like, okay, the Spanish guys, they are doing this only because it's siesta and so on. No, it's not about siesta. It's about the healthiness process. So you have to eat and then to live and to allow the body to enjoy. Okay.
And digest, because it takes energy to digest the food. So
have this luxury, okay, in our life, because it's all the time, it's one, you jump from one meeting to another, from one call to another, and so on. So actually this full life in urbanity in large cities like Bucharest, in our case, in Romania, then it gives you some stressful. And this stress, it goes to your body, it goes to your stomach, and it goes to your, imagine where, it's the colon. That's why we call it in Romania, it's the physician, they are calling the colon, it's irritation, it's irritability, okay? Which is that the gross intestine, the thick intestine, which is very important to be all the time clean and very, very energetic. I mean, the spastic movements should work very, very nice, not to sleep. Yeah. So we need this because this is a biological transitory process. We need this to be almost perfect. Okay. So we have to be aware and to make yourself aware that your body should function in a proper parameters. Otherwise, you'll suffer. And I remember this high increase in acidity in the stomach in the past, many years, not 1, 2 years, many years, gave me the impression that I have really suffering of very serious illness, which actually wasn't the case, right? But in my mind was like, wow, why my stomach is all the time nervous? Why my stomach is not happy all the time? Why the acidity is so high? Only because of this stressful living life. And also the fact that we don't realize this, we don't figure out this, but eating a lot of meat, I mean, different kind of meat, except fish, if you ask me. But eating a lot of meat or drinking dairies or eating dairies, then also increases the acidity, and it gives you this, how to say, discomfort in your body. Okay. Okay, you no problem, you go in a meetings, but you suffer, right? You just say, wow, I need this meeting to, in order, because I need to, I don't know, to drink something, the tea or something, you know. But once you start this water Kangen water drinking program, then the acidity was very well controlled. Then all the spastic movements of the stomach and also everything which was connected to the transitory of digestion was really improved, really improved. Then was not my case, but in general, there are a lot of people which are suffering from the reflux.
Yeah,
reflux.
it's very common because of the acidity.
There is diaphragm here in this body stem. And in case this is working properly, you don't feel discomfort with the acidic reflux. But otherwise, you feel that, yeah,
Heartburn in your chest all the time, especially after food.
all the time, yes. But it was not my case. But sometimes, yes, you feel it because it depends on what you eat. So meat, eating diets, eating different kind of foods which are acidic, I think push the body in a discomfort zone. This is my mind. I'm not saying now that today I'm not eating this kind of, but in a very small portions. This is the difference.
And now you actually bring something that would balance and neutralize the acidity that you bring from food or any other like stress activities or anything like that. You know you are bringing that acidity into your body, but you neutralize it with the water.
For instance, for many years I was wondering how I can supplement my protein nutrition. And because actually when I went through the research, I said, okay, the protein could come also from the vegetables. Many vegetables could gives you a lot of protein. But when I started to eat proteins before the program, it was not enough. I don't know for what reason, but I think replacing the meat was not enough. But when you drink water, Kangen water, it's fantastic. Your desire or your need to eat more food is less and less. I don't know how I can explain this, but I experienced that I don't need to eat that much or large portions of food, which is fantastic. Changes occurred in my life, good things. The well-being now is a status for me. Okay, it's like I do this every single day. In the past, the tiredness was visible and lack of focus. Okay, lack of focus is because if you have lack of focus, then you lose a little bit control also on your personal life, not only professional, because we tend all the time to relate everything to a limited professional. No, in our personal life, it's the relationship which you have with your beloved people. It's angerness. Sometimes when you are tired, you are more anger, which is not good, and they can feel it. Okay. Otherwise, when you do well, then you smile most of the time and you are very live. Okay, so and people enjoy this. You are in the middle of the games with kids, you are in the middle of hot topics with your wife or with your friends or brother and so on.